Right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I thought I'd just talk to you as I get set up, get my bag packed, ready to go. I've come back to a place where you might have seen before on a couple of my other videos. I have been here before and photographed marsh harriers. I've also used this place to film segments of my recent Canon RF 200-800mm lens review. And I was here last week where I wasn't doing any filming, where I managed to get my best kingfisher shots to date. However, I still think I can do better. The light wasn't particularly brilliant last time, and I really wanted to use the R7 for the extra reach, but because we had such poor light, I couldn't really do it. So I'm hopeful that today the light will be better, and I'll be able to improve upon last week. So fingers crossed for that one. I think I'm just about there. I think I'll need a hat. Let's just get myself an old hat just in case I need that. Right, so basically I need, first of all, the weather to play ball. So far it looks like it might do, and I need ideally some golden light shining onto the perch where the kingfishers will hopefully come and rest on and catch fish from. The second thing is obviously I need the kingfisher to show in the first place. And the third thing is this place is rather busy, rather busy of late. First of all, because the kingfishers have been showing very well. There's also an osprey that's been visiting quite regularly, and there's quite a lot of hobbies as well. So those three combined, understandably, means that the visitor numbers are up. And so getting a place to sit in the hide will be my first challenge. So I've come here nice and early so that I can hang around in the hide, wait until space becomes free, before I can get a good viewing point on the perch where the kingfisher I hope will land, and yeah, just sit tight and hope that things play ball. You can't see because it's right behind you, but a robin has just appeared right behind the camera on the ground, which is quite nice to see. He's not going to be there for very much longer because unfortunately I'm going to have to walk and pick up the camera as I need to get moving. Right, well, if you weren't already aware or hadn't guessed it, yeah, the place I've come to is Langford Lakes, which is part of Wiltshire Wildlife Trust, just outside of Warminster. Right, so just walking from the car park now to what will be the final hide on the reserve, where I'm going to just sit tight, wait for a space to come free inside the hide, and then wait for the kingfishers to turn up. Well, we are approaching the board where they write the sightings, so let's have a look and see what has been sighted recently. Just approaching the board now, so spin you around so you can have a look. Try and focus. There we go. So what have we got? Osprey. That's showing, says the 14th of July. I think there might have been one showing more recently than that. Kingfisher 23rd of July. Well, I know that's they've been showing as recently as last week, because obviously I took some pictures here of them, two of them. Yeah, all bitten. That'd be nice to see if you come across one of those. So yeah, quite a few different species that would be nice to see. Obviously my main target are kingfishers. Now obviously I'm relying on the wildlife to play ball as well. If I'm going to have to just adjust that exposure a bit because it's quite bright. If they don't, then what I might do is put some pictures up of the ones, or the pictures that I took last week from the same place. So at least I know that you'll have something to see. And you'll be able to kind of join the dots up together, even if the pictures weren't taken exactly on the same day. But same equipment, same place, just a week apart, basically. Right, so I'm just approaching, it's going to get dark as I go in between these trees. I'm just approaching the hide. So what I don't want to do is be discourteous to anyone that's in there. So I won't film or talk while I'm in there. I'll just film some wildlife, and I'll probably have to narrate when I video it, probably have to narrate what's happening when I edit the videos back home. If the hide gets empty, then yeah, I'll try and do some filming and talking, but given the number of cars in the car park, I think that's pretty unlikely, and obviously I don't want to film anyone that might not want to be filmed either, so yeah, let's see what happens. So straight away, when I got to the hide, the kingfish was already out on a perch. I managed to set up quietly, and in my faff and a bit out of practice, I couldn't get focus on it, which I'm quite gutted about. And then shortly afterwards, it got spooked by another bird, and then decided to fly off. Never mind, but it's nice to see straight away as soon as I arrived, and it's certainly very encouraging all the same. There are quite a lot of other species of birds on the lake. This heron hunting in the reeds at the far edge of the lake, hung around for quite a while and then flew off and then came back again quite a few times. Always kind of nice to see. Plenty of lapwings on the islands of the lake, which is nice to see. Also, they were flying around doing some aerial displays. Really, really nice to watch. I don't often find lapwings easy to come across, so Langford Lakes, if you like lapwings or would like to see them, is definitely a good place to visit. And this white wagtail or pied wagtail, I apologise, I don't know the difference between the two. I'm not really good with my small bird species, but if you know, please do educate me and pop it in the comments below. Was also rummaging around looking for whatever scraps it could find, flying between the different islands, landing on the perches occasionally. Again, nice to see. And as well as this gull, which I'm also embarrassed to say that I don't, off the top of my head, know which species of gull it is. Yes, I do have a book. I haven't looked up. There were plenty of other birds as well, which I didn't even get a chance to film. So I saw some sandpipers, snipe as well from memory, and a whole host of other aquatic birds. You know, the usual that you'd expect to see, like moorhens. I think there was a coot there as well. So yeah, all in all, a really, really enjoyable afternoon. It's just nice sometimes to just sit down with a cup of tea and some food, especially if you just had a busy week and you just want a place where you can sit down and enjoy the peace and quiet and the sounds of nature. So towards the very end of the evening, the kingfisher did show itself again, but unfortunately not for very, very long. It did fly between two different posts that are on the lake. But it stuck around long enough for me to get this particular footage, which I'm filming for you now with the Canon R7, plus a very, very small burst of 3 or 4 shots. But that said, doesn't matter, lovely to see. And besides that, I have some absolutely wonderful pictures that I was able to capture still from the previous week, which I'm going to pop on screen for you now. So what I'll do is I'll stop talking and leave you with pictures of kingfishers from this session and the previous week. Enjoy.